Lee, if Mike doesn't show up,
Yep,
you'll have to convene everything.
no problem. I see that we're live now, so I'll go ahead and call the meeting to
No.
order.
No,
Hang on.
yeah, wait 1 second, and she's got some magic that she has to do still.
Oh, all right. I can't know about magic, so.
Dan, did you notice what Lee has behind him there on the wall?
I see that. Yeah.
If you turn that upside down, it's a W.
I know. Yeah, and you'd have to change the colors as well, but
All right, Commissioner Majerick is on and you are live and ready to go.
thanks, Annette.
Yep.
Mike, you want to call us to order and we'll get moving on this? I'll get you guys out of here pretty quickly today.
He's off.
Yeah, you're still on mute, Mike. There you go.
Okay, now I'd like to call the meeting on the 13th to order for the Brownfield Authority Board. And can we take a roll call?
Freely,
Present via Zoom, Baroda Township.
Klett,
Present via Zoom, Lincoln Township.
Majerick,
Present via Zoom, now City of Niles.
Meeks,
Present via Zoom, Benton Charter Township.
Van Genhoven,
Present via Zoom, Lincoln Charter Township.
and Mr. Chair, we have 5 present.
All right, great. As I am still looking for the agenda, I guess we'll look at everybody got their minutes?
Yeah.
Any discussions or changes?
I'll make a motion. We approve the meetings or the minutes of the April 29th special meeting.
I'll second that.
Okay, now any discussion or changes? Okay, hearing none, please call the roll.
Freely,
Yes.
Klett,
Yes.
Majerick,
Yes.
Meeks,
Yes.
Van Genhoven.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 5 yeas.
Okay, great. Now, I don't have my agenda. What's the next thing
The
on
next
the
one would be-
list?
Yeah, the next would be correspondence, Mike. And
All right, are there any correspondence that we
we have no
received?
correspondence. Nope.
All right. Then I guess we'll turn it over to Dan to talk about what's coming up.
Yeah, I think we got public comments. I don't know if Annette can look and see if anyone's made any comments.
Okay,
Generally, it's a no, but
yeah. Hmm.
Okay, there's just 2 on here. One of them's me, so I think you're good.
okay. Okay. Oh, then, we would generally have the budget review at this point, Mike. I'm going to apologize to everyone. I completely got behind this week and did not prepare budget statements for you. I will do so this afternoon and I'll email them out to you. I apologize. We just got kind of behind in work this week. I'll let you know.
It probably hasn't changed much.
No, I will let you know that our fund balance stands at $1,844,290 and a little bit of change. We have one bill that I'm expecting next month that we'll have to approve, and that's the audit bill. I think it's $4,600 this year that we have to pay Raymond Robson for the 2020 audit. And at our June meeting, I will have, I'm sure I'm going to have a request for reimbursement in from Harbor Shores because I sent the numbers to them 2 weeks ago. So at the June meeting, we'll make a Harbor Shores disbursement. We'll pay the auditor's bill. In the meantime, like I said, today or tomorrow morning at the latest, I'll get you all a statement of our budget just so you can see it on paper. But like I said, I apologize. I just frankly got a little behind this week. So.
Okay, well, that's good news, and we'll follow up with the developer agreements. Do you want to take that, Dan?
Yeah, let me first say that as it relates to the Harbor Woods Brownfield plan. You're aware the Board of Commissioners did approve the Harbor Woods Brownfield plan. I was at Benton Township's Board of Trustees meeting. I think it was the Tuesday before, or last Tuesday, last week. And they very quickly, without public comment, they concurred in the approval of that Brownfield plan. So it is formally approved. It all ends at this point. The last matter would be the reimbursement agreement that we signed, or the Brownfield Authority, pardon me, signs with the developer, spelling out the terms of the reimbursement. I did email that to you late last night. Again, I apologize that it took so long to get to you. But the terms are standard to what we always use. In this case, it's local only taxes that will be captured and reimbursed to the developer. We will make that reimbursement once a year at the close of the tax cycle. So after March 30th. The developer is required to submit their eligible costs to us on a quarterly basis. And if I remember correctly, we put September 30th as the first submission date on this one. So we would expect that, you know, moving into the fall, we'll get our one submission, we'll get another submission at the end of the year, and we'll probably get a third submission next year before we make the first reimbursement to the developer. Like I said, there's nothing that would stand out in this. This one's a little bit different because we are allowing interest to be reimbursed. So the developer's going to have to submit an interest calculation with a demonstration that there has been interest accumulating on his costs. Other than that, it's very standard. The one thing that the agreement is lacking right now is I'm trying to get the address for M63 investment set. I believe it's going to be the same as Pearson Construction over on, what is that, Empire, where Pearson is?
Yeah.
But I need to get a clear statement from Bert as to what the registered address for M63 Investments is, because that's where all the mailings will have to go back and forth to. So the good news is it's all approved. This is the last step of just getting this done. And we don't have to do this by resolution. It's just that we can do it by voice vote or by motion.
Okay, Dan, I noticed Exhibit D
Mhm.
didn't have anything filled out in it. Is that going to be filled out later?
Oh, yeah, that's the standard reimbursement form. I maybe didn't attach it to this one. I'm sure it's on the Whirlpool one that comes right after this. It's just an attachment that lists out the category of activities that they've engaged in, the cost of each activity, and then it has to be notarized by the owner.
Yeah, I
So
saw that.
it's a kind of like a cover sheet that shows the costs that they've incurred. They have to attach all of the secondary documentation, the construction invoices and so on and so forth. But that's
Okay.
just then we have a record as it moves along quarter by quarter. We have a record of how the costs have accumulated.
All right.
I wanted to say, Dan, you just answered my question about the address. That's
Oh.
what I was going to call you earlier about. And I think it's in 6, 10, and 17. It didn't have, it said Ben Harbor, but it didn't
Yeah.
have an address. I didn't know
Yeah.
whether that was, it couldn't, I mean, it happened 3 times, so it wasn't purposely, it wasn't missed.
No, like I said, I'm sure that the registered address is going to be the same as Pearson Construction, but I need to verify that. So
Well, that's what I had a question to ask you about earlier, and I didn't get back and figured, well, now the time I didn't have to ask, you explained it. Thank you.
as soon as they confirm that, I will fill that into the final version for signature.
Okay.
Okay, and that's all we have on those two subjects?
That's all we have on the Harbor Woods. Yeah.
How about Whirlpool?
On the Whirlpool one, for the members who are not members of the Board of Commissioners, just a quick update. The Board of Commissioners did approve the Whirlpool Brownfield plan today. It also, this Monday, just this past Monday, City of St. Joe also by resolution concurred in the approval of that Brownfield plan. So we are done with the local portion of the approval process. The next step is that we will go to the state of Michigan's, the Michigan Strategic Fund on June. We're confirmed for June 22nd. I was hoping it was going to be the end of May, but we got pushed into June. So June 22nd, we'll go up to Lansing, meet with the board of the Michigan Strategic Fund for the request to capture school taxes. We've been in communication with the staff over the last 4 weeks. I've submitted all the documentation necessary for that meeting. And we're fairly confident that the state is fully in support of this and is going to allow the school tax capture. So I don't know that there's going to be actual construction activities occurring between now and that June date. There may be some additional investigations that they will do on site, but I'd anticipate construction on that site is going to start probably, they will probably mobilize the day after that June 22nd meeting, because I know they're under the gun to get this under construction before material prices go up any further.
Yeah.
So it's good news. It's a great project for the community. I hope everyone's happy with it. It's that in addition to the other announcements on the apartments is a pretty big investment and commitment that Whirlpool is making to the area. And it's a real fortunate thing for all of us. You see before you, I emailed you the developers agreement for Whirlpool as well. This one is slightly different because we're not doing interest on this. We're not allowing interest to be carried forward on this, but we are allowing for school taxes to be reimbursed. Otherwise, the terms are fairly identical to the one with Harbor Woods. Same idea, they're going to submit quarterly, and then once a year at the close of the tax collection cycle, March 30th, we'll begin the process of dispersing reimbursements to Whirlpool. So pretty simple. I mean, we do it all every year. It's just got to get the agreements in place in order to make it legal. So you have the two agreements in front of you. And unless anyone has questions or concerns about those agreements, we'd need to have the board approve those today.
I had an editorial comment on each that may be more relevant to you, Jennifer, but on the Harbor Woods agreement, you've got a placeholder for exhibit A, C, and D. There is an exhibit B, but there's no placeholder for it at the end. Okay.
Make a note of that. Yep. All right. Well, I'll make sure that gets cleaned up, Lee.
Yeah. And on the Whirlpool Tech Center one in section 6A under the reimbursement process, it says on a quarterly basis, beginning with the period ending July 1st, 2021. That should probably be June 30th, 2021 as a period ending. Otherwise, you're one day off of the quarter.
Yep. Good point. Yeah, because we're not starting the submissions until next year on this. So
Right.
Okay, we'll make that correction too. June 30th. There's probably not going to be anything though. I mean, we're only got 6 weeks until that date. So
Right.
but
Right.
I'll make that correction. Thank you.
Right.
That brings up, has this been gone through county, our legal?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah. In fact, we gave the Whirlpool one. John DeWayne's had that since January, I think.
okay. Well, good. Dan, I tell you, Whirlpool loves you and they gave you high accolades, and we're lucky to have you as our county administration leader. Thank you for pulling all this together.
Thank you,
I'll
Mike.
second that.
Well, there was a lot of people that worked hard on this for the last year and a half. So, but it's an exciting thing, and I'm, I can tell you the city of St. Joe as well they were very appreciative of the assistance that this authority and the county government as a whole is giving towards the project. So, but these are the kind of big projects that it's fun to be involved.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Can I make a motion that we approve both proposals? As read, as the way they are? as
Is there a second?
Do you need a separate one for each, Dan, or can you do them both at one time?
You can do it. I don't think we need to be that. You can do it both at one time.
Oh, okay, then I second that we approve both with the notations and comments mentioned during the meeting. Yes, sir.
Do we
Don,
have
do you have
the
something?
necessary corrections?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, any other discussion? All right, can we take a roll call?
Freeling,
Yes.
Klett,
Yes,
Majerick,
Yes.
Meeks,
Yes.
Vangenhoven.
Yes, and yes.
We have 5 yays.
All right. Well, thank you. We will, like I said, I'm certain we'll be convening in June just to look at the reimbursements for the Harbor Shores project that are coming due. I will get updated financial statements to all of you here in the next day or two. I would anticipate we'll also meet in July because we will have completed the Michigan Strategic Fund Board meeting by that point, and I'm sure we'll have some updates for you there. So, you know, I expect to be meeting throughout the summer, and with any luck, we can start doing so in person here shortly too. I know the board commissioner had a discussion today about that very thing. So with any luck, we'll be able to see each other personally here in the next couple of months. And I don't have any other updates unless anyone has questions.
Okay, any miscellaneous information or discussion?
Not at this point, no.
Okay, does anybody have anything they want to discuss? All right, then we are adjourned.
All right, thanks, everyone.